Hi guys, you join me and I'm back down at Horseshoe Lakes. I know I said in my last video I'd probably be down St Ives for this session, but that was almost a month ago now. I was supposed to go down the week after being here last, but it was my birthday weekend and we ended up getting a new dog, so I wanted to settle that in before leaving it home or taking it fishing with me. It's kind of still got to get used to us. And then after that I came down with a bit of a bug, so I haven't been out for nearly a month. So I decided the first session back I wouldn't stray too far from home and I'd come back down to Horseshoe, blow off the cobwebs, get them rods back out and hopefully get a fish or two on the bank. So I got here this morning, had a good walk round, 2 or 3 hours walking round, didn't really see anything. Got cold, northwesterly wind, and I didn't think a fish would be in Summer Bay. I thought they'd probably be in Winter Bay, but it's very busy over there, quite a few anglers. So I thought I'd come down, right down sort of towards the end where the two bits join, where Winter Bay and Summer Bay join, the sort of horseshoe area, because there was nobody down here, and I thought the wind's blowing down here even though it's a cold wind. If they didn't get on it and they were in Winter Bay, I thought the pressure might push them down here anyway. I've not really seen anything, like I say, so I kind of edged my bets, come down here, the quiet area of the lake, and we'll see what happens. I can reassess tomorrow if fish really aren't here, but I've not got a lot to go on at the moment. I would imagine the fish would have headed for Winter Bay because it's on the back of the cold wind, slightly deeper water, but there is a lot of pressure over there, a lot of anglers, so I don't think they'll be there long. I think they will get pushed down here. Just got the rods out, just put out singles with a little stick on for now. This afternoon I will put some bait in. I'll probably put a bucket bait straight in, because if the fish turn up down here, they could turn up in numbers, and we'll see what happens tonight. If anything happens today I'll update you, but if not I'll update you in the morning and then let you know whether I'm staying in this swim or I'm going to move, or what the plan is. But for now it's nice to be back on the bank, so until tomorrow, catch you guys in a bit. Cheers guys. Well guys, it was a cold one last night on the end of that wind. I'm sure it wasn't too bad off the back of it, but over here it did drop down. The wind was bitter, but luckily for me the fish did turn up and I managed 3 fish last night. First bite come in about 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, and then a fish probably every hour for the next few hours. So I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I don't mind, you know, when the actions come in. Plan paid off, coming to the quiet area of the lake, put in a big bed of bait out. He turned up and luckily I managed to bag a few. Great start to the session, some lovely fish. I'll give you guys a look at them fish now. First fish of the session, £15, 5 ounces. It's now about 1:30 in the morning. Welcome fish to start the session. It's always good to get up and running early. Hopefully there'll be a few more fish out there. We can have 1 or 2 more. Give you guys a look at the other side. Pretty little one, this one. Definitely one for the future. Great start. Get him back. Fish number 2 of the night, coming about an hour after the last one. This one weighs £25, 14 ounces, and they're definitely getting bigger. And what a start to the session. Definitely fish out there now on the bait. I've heard a few show out there in the last hour or so. So with a bit of luck, they stay out there. We can have a few more. It's the other side. Not the best footage in the world, but gives you guys a look. Happy days. Let's get him back. Fish number 3 of the night, £23, 8 ounces, and it's been a very hectic night. Haven't got much sleep yet, but I don't mind. These fish keep coming like this. Happy days. Guys, look at the other side. Cracking little fish this. Let's get him back. As you can see, guys, some great fish, unbelievable start, and it didn't end there. Just on first light I managed another fish, the biggest fish of the session so far, one at just over £30, £31.10. Unbelievable battle off that one, and what can I say, no, only my 4th trip to the lake, and I've managed a 30 on every trip so far. He's been kind to me, getting my head around it pretty quick, fishing different areas every time I come and managing to put fish on the bank. So I'll give you guys a look at that fish now. It's just after first light now. It's the first bite of the morning. Biggest fish of the session so far, £31. 10 ounces. I'm over the moon with that. What a night's fishing. Great start to the day. It's only my 4th session so far in this lake, and already I've managed 4 30s, 1 on every session. Unbelievable start to my horseshoe campaign. What a fish. Let's get him back. Well, what a fish, and great start. Like I said, it's still 3 nights to go, so you never know. It seems like the action's coming at night. It has slowed down this morning. We'll see what the day brings, but I imagine a lot of it's going to be nighttime action. You normally find once you get midway through September, like we're towards the end now, but they do seem to become more nocturnal. So, you know, I'll get some more bait out later on, because I imagine I've cleared me out, probably eaten that entire bucket. You know, to have 4 fish, that's not all that was there. There's probably a big head of fish out there. I was definitely hearing them on a regular basis last night. You know, boshing out, and, you know, I could hear them in between the wind howling and the birds. But there's definitely a fair few fish out there, so hopefully they'll come back tonight and I can have a few more. Like I said, I'll get some more bait out today, and we'll see what today and tonight brings. I'll update you probably this evening now, so until later on. Cheers, guys.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
Well, good evening guys. About half an hour now before dark, so we head into the second evening, and it's been a pretty quiet day today. Only seen one fish show, but that fish that I did see show was just at the back of my spot, so there's still fish about. But apart from that, it's been very quiet. I put out another 3/4 of a bucket of bait, and I think, like I suspected earlier, that most of the action is going to come at night, which it often does this time of year. It's quite common for the fish to get very nocturnal. So we'll see what happens tonight, and I'll update you guys in the morning. Hopefully got a couple more fish. So until later on, cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. It was extremely cold last night. First proper cold night of the year. Not sure how cold it got, but it wasn't far off freezing. I know I spoke to my mate this morning and he said his van was froze this morning, so that cold weather definitely quieted the fishing down a bit. But I did manage 2 more bites last night. One about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, which was an 18-pound common, and then I had another one about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately got that 3/4 of the way in and it found a weed bed or a snag or something and went solid, and unfortunately it came off. Part and parcel of fishing, you know, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. A bit gutting, but I can't complain. Landed 5 on the bounce before I lost one, so. But I'll give you guys a look at that common now. First fish of the night. 18-pound on the button. First common of the session. And as predicted, just after dark, we got our first bite. Great start to the evening. Look at the other side. Yes. Back. Well, there you are guys, that sort of brings us up to date. going to see how the day pans out, but I think it's going to be nighttime action. It's going to be another warm day today, so hopefully that will bring some fish back to the area and we can nick a few more tonight. I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. It's working. Put some more bait out today, probably another half, 3/4 of a bucket of bait, and hopefully see what the night brings. But hopefully it's not going to be as cold tonight, and the fish decide to feed again. But for now, until later on, cheers guys. Right guys, I'll just give you a little look at the swim that I'm in. So we approach the swim, peg 53. I did my very first session in the next peg just down there, peg 52. It's a swim I've not fished before, but I've fished this area. It's a good interception area in between Winter and Summer Bay really. So there's my bivvy just down there. So we come to the front of the swim. Rod's down there. As you can see, the water level's very low at the minute, so I'm having to use my wellies to wade out to land the fish. And then I'm fishing out there at range, quite a lot of bait. I'm not going to say exactly where. I want to keep them spots to myself really for now. Then as we pan round, that goes down into Summer Bay, and then over there is Winter Bay, and this is like on the bend of the horseshoe, and obviously it goes all the way down to that bottom point. Like I say, it's a great interception area. Still quite shallow out here, like sort of halfway out it sort of drops off into deeper water into the other side. Probably the deepest water of the lake is opposite me. So it's an area where they come from deep to shallow, so they tend to come through here most days. Like I said, the session started well, so we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the session. There we are. Like I said, come back round. It's a little look at the swim that I'm in. Like I said, there's a stock pond. It's behind my swim last time I was here. The other swim's just up there, and then the car park over there in distance not far away. Lovely little area of the lake this. Nice big swim. So there we are guys, that's my swim. So until later on, cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. I didn't bother updating you yesterday evening because basically there wasn't much to update you with. It's a very quiet day yesterday, much the same last night, very quiet last night. Never heard no fish, but it did rain heavy throughout the night, and I do think that put the fish off. You know, I've found before fishing in shallow water, heavy rain, it's normally the kiss of death, and it happened to be this time. So we'll just keep plodding, keep going. Today I spoke to the bailiff earlier and he said it's pretty much the same throughout the lake, no one's catching anywhere. So with that cold night and then that cold rain last night, I think it's sort of killed it really, and it might take them a few days to get used to the big temperature change. But I've got one more night to go, so I'll just do what I've been doing, put a bit more bait out this afternoon, put the rods out tonight, and hopefully they come on the feed. So I'll probably update you tomorrow morning with my final rundown, unless anything happens in between. So for now guys, until later on, cheers guys. Right guys, I'm just going to talk you through the bait for the session, starting with my spod mix. Particle wise I've got maize, maple peas and buckwheat, and then to that I've got 6mm pellets which have been soaked in liver liquid, and then I've got the FSB boilies all chopped in half, and they've been soaked in the matching liquid food complex. And on the rig I'm using two different special hook baits that I'm testing out. The green ones there and obviously the pink ones. Both have done fish. The 30 that on this session has fallen to the green one so far, but they're both fishing very well and doing what we hoped they would. Definitely picking out the fish over top of a large amount of bait. Homing them fish in to where you want them by your rig, then hooking them and then hopefully landing them. Then obviously my standard go-to slip D rig, a stick of FSB stick mix, that sort of completes the rig, and that is what I'm using on this session. So far it's working very well because it seems to be the lake is fishing quite slow as a whole. We've had a couple of cold nights now, and it's the first couple of the year, so it has sort of affected it a little bit, but hopefully with this sunshine today they will come back on the feed tonight. You can still have a few more fish. So there we are guys, until later on, cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. That's the final night done. It's been a bit of a disappointing end to what started off as a very good session. I did manage to get another bite last night, about 11:30, 12 o'clock last night. Unbelievable battle in the margin. So I hooked it out at range, got it all the way in, and it just wouldn't stop fighting in the margin, twisting and turning. Fish of probably mid to upper 20, and eventually, for whatever reason, the hook worked itself loose and off the fish went. But these things happen, and especially when you're using barbless hooks and you've got hard fighting fish like that. So yeah, a little bit disappointed, a bit deflated with that really, but you know, I got that final bite, so that's a positive you can take out of it. It's been a very tough end to the session. You know, started very well, you know, sort of 4 bites in the first night, then a couple the next night, and then that cold weather came in and just totally killed it. Whole lake just sort of shut up shop. But I managed to grind out another bite, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. But 7 bites, 5 landed, fish to over £30. I can't really complain. It's been, you know, another good session really down at Horseshoe. But I'm finally sort of starting to slowly pack down now. Another half an hour and I'll be in the car and on the way back home. Sessions like this happen from time to time, you know what I mean? You know, you can finish on a high, you can finish on a low, but you've got to take the positives from every session, and you know, I'm still happy. And hopefully I'll be back out soon. Hopefully it'll be my turn to turn the tables on the carp. I finished on 2 losses on the bounce. It's not great, so hopefully it can be the opposite way round next time. I can finish on a high, but that 30 was the highlight of the session and I'm very happy with that. So at the end of the day, it's been a success for me. You know, take the positives out of it, no point in dwelling on them losses. That's part of fishing. If we landed everything, it'd be called catching, not fishing. So I'll take the rough with the smooth. So at the end of the day, very happy, and that's all from me for now. So until next time, it's tight lines, and bye for now. Cheers guys.